So let's see here. Here's a petition that I wrote up. Petition to see incumbent Julia Salazar debate only challenger, myself, Daniel Chrisman, for North Brooklyn's Senate District 18. We're also taking a poll: housing, climate change, sanitation, police reform, public health, and other, to see which one of those signatures, petitioners' issues is most important to them. So we put it out there. Okay. I don't know how this stuff goes. So let's see. To Julia Salazar, at Senator Julia Salazar, I have asked several times politely to either debate or have a public discussion with me discussing our ideas. This matters. As two activists that stray out of traditional party lines, a discussion between us in front of our district is imperative and most democratic. If I have no choice but to start petitioning to get this debate, I will. And I have started. This is a public health concern, as was petitioning just to get on the ballot. Let's respect democracy and schedule some debates. I added for a couple people, and so many more. Let's do this the right way. Trust me, nobody else is objecting to us debating. Let's get rid of money in politics and let it be an exchange of ideas. Feel free to schedule the debates and even pick your own moderators. A public discussion is the right thing to do. At Julia Salazar, and then this morning, I think this must have been before she had her coffee, she comes to her rivaling defense. You never once called my office about a debate. Now, if you call her office, it just tells you to email them because they actually don't work. So let's see. The closest you have come to communicating is littering and vandalizing my district office with your campaign materials. That's disrespectful. It is also misleading for you to post a photo of petitions because you did not gather enough signatures to get on the ballot in November. Interesting that in the same sentence she uses misleading, but I am on the ballot in November. I have to represent 340,000 people, as do I, who live in our district. The needs are profound in our neighborhoods right now. I cannot prioritize a debate with you or any other man. So is she not debating me because I'm a man? Solely because you feel entitled to one. I'm the only other person on the ballot, lady. It doesn't do anything to serve my constituents or the public. So to have a debate or a public conversation does not do anything to serve the constituents or the public. You could yell at me for that if you'd like, but I have to do my job, and spending time arguing with you ain't it. Please take care of yourself. There was 2 likes, 1 me. How can I not just love that comment? Her lying about me not being on the ballot. And this one gentleman from Italy. These are the type of people that come to her howling defense and not people in the district. So let's see. The Ideological Way says Julia Salazar shows how much you're paying attention. We got 2,500 signatures in 2 weeks, more than you could ever get in your lifetime. I think Julia could get some signatures, but, he worked hard to help me get signatures, and I can't blame him. We've tagged you. We've emailed you. We got your own supporters to email you. Quit gaslighting and step up to the plate. I am the only other one on the ballot. The Ideological Way. Daniel did not gather enough signatures to get on the ballot in November. You could call the BOE and verify that. You don't have to berate me over it. Thanks. I mean, this is the most delusional thing I've ever seen in my life. I am, in fact, on the ballot. Danny for Senate. At Danny for Senate. Sorry, Danny, you're not on the ballot. See, I had to like this because I'm on the ballot. Call the BOE over it instead of relentlessly harassing and vandalizing my district. So my response is, maybe you should get some coffee before you decide to make such outlandish allegations. For you to say these silly things is so foolish. There was a signature threshold of 2150 that had to be achieved from July 1st to July 30th. From July 16th to July 29th, myself and 3 volunteers collected 2,600 hard-earned signatures during a pandemic. For you to say that I didn't receive enough signatures to get on the ballot while I'm illegally on the ballot goes to show. On a public forum, this statement is pure defamation that should be retracted. Completely dismissing 2,600 constituents that decided it was worth their time to give our district a shot at democracy is downright shameful and I'm very disappointed in you, Julia. I am a housing activist with strong progressive values. I really felt that challenging you would provide me with a platform to have my ideas discussed the old-fashioned way, through democracy. I actually thought of you as someone who got something done, and through our debate, I could put pressure on you to apply usury laws to mortgages. I am saddened to see that this is the way you would talk to a fellow activist in our community, one that defends bail reform as it is constitutional, no matter how easy it is not to. I do apologize that you feel under attack. Never meant to make you feel that way. I have politely asked you for a debate or a public discussion on Twitter many times. Never thought you would lie and defame me at the cost of our constituents. Some that their very first democratic action in America was to sign my petition. It brought tears to my eyes when young registered voters cast their first action towards my petition. Or the Cypress Hills residents drowning with the lack of answers that I was able to get them their 4-month rent subsidy. You need to apologize to the many residents of Cooper, Bushwick, and Williamsburg houses who are desperate for their real fearless leadership. Those that admired my courage to go alone to talk to my neighbors and get my petition signed. I would appreciate you call me Daniel instead of pigeonholing me into some specific gender. You know better than that. When and where? Fake news Julia Salazar is having a rough morning. Perhaps she had a dream I'm not on the ballot. I'm 100% on the ballot, and I'm going to be going to Albany. Check Snopes. Wow, is that so? Dion Powell, up in the Bronx, he's running for state assembly, said, wow, is that really her? Danny for Senate? My only question, why would you call her office for a debate? That's political in nature and can't be discussed on government time. Now, if you called the office and asked to speak to the chief of staff and have them step out to call you on a personal phone, that's understandable. It's been discussed on Twitter. Dion, you know me. I even said please. I pretty much need to be tortured to say please, but I always say thank you. I said please to a debate. This is not news to her. This is a complete disgrace to public office and the democratic process. I hear you, but you gotta love how she's into cyber battles. That's different and good for democracy. Who is that criminal I saw you debate in the projects for state assembly? It was some state assemblyman who's been arrested, in real crime. I don't think he would even stoop that low. This is outright comedy. And then Dion says, I love. Screenshot everything and email it to the Post. I might have a connect. So, that being said, I don't know what's going on here.